Hey, welcome back to some more Dune Imperium Digital Ranked. I'm just about to jump into a match. I have managed to make it to Platinum in the last couple of days. I'm currently Platinum with 0 stars. We'll see if we can make any progress today. All right, I have first pick. Here are the options. Let's take a quick look at the Imperium row. Spice Hunter, Shai Hulud, Truthsayer, Desert Ambush, Imperial Spy. Some interesting cards there. And Wind Traps, Chaumerkey, and Disposal Facility. I like this Truthsayer. I'm tempted to take Helena for that. But I also haven't played Ilban in a while. You know what? Let's go ahead and we'll take Helena. We'll see how it goes. I feel like Helena is a pretty good pick for 4th position because all of your options basically are, well, not all of your options, but a lot of options remain open to you. So if I want to go to tech negotiation, I can. If I feel like getting into the conflict late, I can do that regardless of what everyone else has done. Baron sitting there is somewhat disconcerting. You know, I could have taken the Baron just to kind of stop somebody from getting Baron in the earlier positions where I think Baron is stronger. Like, I think position 2 Baron is maybe like close to ideal. Or maybe position 1 is better. I don't know. But either way, I just didn't feel like picking Baron this time. And I'm not really a big fan of like the sort of hate drafting that goes on where it's like, oh, well, I don't want someone earlier to have this leader, so I'm going to take it. All right. What am I up to here? What are the techs again? Right. I don't have the signet ring this round. I'll probably end up getting in on this conflict, but we'll see. I think I'm just going to go up here and grab some Solari to start things off. So if I can get 2 here and, you know, if I can get 2 or 3 here, that kind of gets me started. Does Baron have the Hardy Warriors? Yes. So, okay, we'll see about getting in on this conflict. We'll see what Romber does with his last age. I mean, Beast only has 1 troop in, so 2nd place is still possible, depending on what Romber gets up to. And he goes to tech negotiation. Okay, so I can get 2nd here. Gets the early disposal facility. Interesting. Troop transports pops up in its place. Maybe still suits would be a good one for me here. That's what I'm going to do. We'll throw in 2 troops. And that should be good enough, given that I have the 1 dagger, even if one of these 2 jokers has 2. I should end up with 3 Solari here, so that's kind of a nice start to the Solari. 5 heading into round 2. Now, there's no really good way for me to get 3 in order to get Swordmaster next round. It would rely on... you know, Baron maybe cashing in his Solari. Okay, unfortunately, That card I wanted is gone. 5 persuasion for Romber. Let's see what he decides to pick up here. Gets the guild administrator, and an Ixian engineer comes in. That's something I think Romber is going to be excited about later on. Okay. The Desert Ambush is a card I haven't really used a ton. I've tried it a couple of times. It can be interesting. On the other hand, just a liaison might be better for getting to some of these big cards potentially sooner. So I'm going to go with the liaison instead. So I do get the second place. 3 Solari. Now the Baron, there's actually... There's a reasonable chance that Baron does decide to cash in for Solari this round. He's already up to here. He's going to go to Fold Space. The problem is I don't have a way of getting to Wealth this round, so even if he does, I can't get the Swordmaster right now. Okay, smuggling remains open. If I signet ring this Reverend Mother, that brings her to 5, my persuasion down to 4. Then I dagger to tech negotiation. I can grab her, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, that'll be nice to get into the deck early. Keep an eye out for other Bene Gesserit cards. Don't have any at the moment. I don't think any other ones really have come through so far. Brutality. Beast Raban. Brutal Beast. The Brutal Beast Raban. Baoshu, the Brutal Beast. All right, so there's interstellar shipping. Does he have... Yeah, so does he take wind traps or the troop transports? Yeah, the troop transports is a great pick right now because he immediately gets into the conflict. Mimic Film pops up here. Unfortunately, I don't have any spice because I would, you know, I am planning to go to tech negotiation, but I can't grab it right now. Yeah. Maybe I can get it next round. Maybe next round I can get Shai Hulud if I get the, you know, the right combination of cards, a Signet Ring, Convincing Arguments, Arrakis Liaison, Reverend Mother. Could happen. Okay, so Romber goes to tech negotiation. Uses Signet Ring and the space itself to get the Mimic Film. That is a nice thing about Romber. I haven't played a lot of Romber. But the Signet Ring to the tech negotiation spot can get you some nice plays like that. Okay, well, let's follow through with our plan here. We send a negotiator to Ix. should be in a reasonable position to get Swordmaster next round. Already at 7 Solari, so just need 1 somehow, whether it's from going to smuggling, going to wealth, somebody else, you know, cashing in here. Baron might decide to do that. You know, he's still the only one with access to interstellar shipping, so it's possible next round he just goes like an up-down to grab the Solari so that he can get Swordmaster. Although if he does it, it would give me the one I need and potentially block him, so he might not do that. Ixian Engineer? I would imagine so. No. Okay, shifting allegiances. I can... I mean, that little sound effect is how I feel, right? For Romber, that's more like one of these. Okay. Firm grip is nice, but we're definitely taking the Reverend Mother here. Beast grabs the firm grip. Opulence. Opulence appears. So there are some nice targets here for me to snag with Signet Ring. If I can get the persuasion to work. You know. Do I think about a High Council seat instead of a Swordmaster? Probably not. Probably not. A lot of spice piled up here, by the way. I'm currently the only person with enough water to do it. Okay, I've got persuasion here. I don't have the Signet Ring. So I do have a Swordmaster angle here. Baron has Swordmaster money, but I can still do it anyway because I am Helena and I do have eyes everywhere. So unfortunately though, you know, doing the Swordmaster play means that I won't have the persuasion needed to probably get either of these cards. But I'm still going to do it. This, and this, I think is the angle. Yeah, I'm not going to be left with anywhere near as much persuasion as I would ideally want, but whatever. Might be looking at picking up 6 spice next round, unless Beast decides to do it this round by going to Still Suits. Albert, what do you think of this game so far? Any thoughts? Yeah, gotta say, it doesn't look too great. That goddamn Baron Holkonen is already sitting at 4 victory points. 4 victory points! You've only got 2! That's only half the points. These other poor only have 1 each. He's running away with it. Well, it's early. You know, it's still early in the game, Albert. Anything can happen. It's not over till it's over. But yeah, Baron, I mean, look, that's kind of how Baron works. Baron often gets to an early lead in the game. And, you know, he often wins the game, to be fair. But it's not over yet, okay? It's not over yet. So unfortunately, Baoshu here is having some connection issues, so the AI is making all kinds of decisions for him. So we'll see where the diplomacy can go. At the moment, there are these three options: Secrets, Hardy Warriors, and Still Suits. I don't want to go to Hardy Warriors, I don't think, because I want to have 2 water to grab this fat stack next round. The timing is a little... Well... I really don't have I don't have good faction access in this deck. I've just got the Diplomacy and the Reverend Mother so far. So I'm not going to be able to go to Fold Space next round. Smuggling will be an option. That I might consider. Like, it might be smuggling down to grab that Solari so that I can get High Council seat next round. Like, maybe, I don't know if I can get away with it, but maybe smuggling Great Flat, High Council seat might be what happens next round. We shall see. Invasion ships would be a reasonable target for that stack of spice. Okay, that's too bad. That's really where I wanted to go with this diplomacy. But that's just the way it is. If I Hardy Warriors, like, I could potentially win this conflict. Potentially, but not necessarily, because Baron still is an agent and could also throw in 3. So I'm just going to go to Secrets. Okay. Okay, Beast took the Ixian Engineer. Has no techs at the moment, but, I mean, keeps it out of the hands of Romber, so that's all right. I'm not going to have much persuasion in hand next round, so even if I get the High Council seat and use the Signet Ring, it'll be pretty tough to actually make it up to Shai Hulud. Maybe I can swing Opulence, but even then, it might actually be tough. We'll have to wait and see. I'm definitely putting my money on Baron this game, Albert. To be fair to you, Albert, I It's looking pretty good for Baron. It's looking pretty good for Baron. Baron is definitely, like, Baron is not balanced for Rise of X. I think he's fine for the base game, but with the way shipping works, it just kind of, it pushes Baron into a bit of a silly kind of territory with the way that his master stroke works. It's not to say that you can't beat him, but I think he's definitely stronger than he should be and less interesting than he should be, just because the master stroke is not a choice at all. It's just a guaranteed these two factions every time, which I don't think is the way Baron was designed to work. You know, I think the point of it is like, let's think about this and try different things. Okay. Treachery is also an interesting target for me next time if I can swing that. So I think it's going to be another liaison. Is it 2 liaisons? That really spreads out my influence if I do that. So I think we'll keep it to... On the other hand, there's some good cards there. I'm just going to take it. Just going to take them. So I think I have 3 liaisons right now, which is kind of a lot, but I've got a good amount of persuasion in the deck now, so... You know, Spice Must Flows might be a way I can get some points this game. Okay, so I'm still the only one with 2 water, so I don't need to rush for... I mean, look at the Spice sitting here. Jesus. Okay, so I don't actually have to go down now. Because of this windfall, I can get 1 Solari here, 2 here. That gets me High Council, so that's actually kind of nice. So I'm going to go ahead and advance. The dagger will go to the High Council seat on my 3rd agent. So that would bring me to 5. Signet ring. I could theoretically get the Shai-Hulud if I sent the signet ring up here, but I don't want to do that. I want to send it to get all this spice. So I think it's the treachery that I'm going to grab versus the opulence. The opulence is cool, but I think I might have a hard time. I might have a hard time getting even 1 victory point out of it. I could potentially, like, theoretically, I might be able to get 2. But I kind of think I want to get this treachery instead. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this spice. Wait a minute. Hold on. If I do that, that brings me to 2, 5, 4. Actually, I can't even do it. I can't even do it if I... do I wait another round on this? I don't know if I can. If Beast grabs water this round, next round he goes first, he can take this. Kind of sad. I can take the Sodakar Legion, I guess. And Sure. We'll throw in one. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, so Beast did not get water, so maybe I could have waited until next round. But didn't feel like... It felt like a bit of a risky thing to try. And with 2 agents left here, like someone else could have theoretically done it. Baron could have gone like here and here. Okay, so Baron is looking to grab one of these big cards now. Oh, yeah. All right. Treachery? Yes. Tech negotiation. Okay, so I'm wondering what Baron is after here. Doesn't have his High Council seat, so he might not have a ton. We'll see if he goes for the Opulence or the Shai Hulud. I kind of feel like he's going to go with the Opulence. Whoa, how did that happen? What did he reveal? Why can't I see what he revealed? Shouldn't I be able to see that? Oh, here we go. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, look at that. All right, good for you. Well, Smuggler's Thopter is not very good for me. I have 0 influence with the guild at this point. So we'll take the Sardaukar Legion that I set aside. We'll watch Baron grab probably the Opulence, maybe a Spice Must Flow. Yeah. Opulence. No. No, he goes for the Chris Knife and the Smuggler's Thopter. Interesting. That is interesting. Beast and I end up tying for first there. We each get a... Well, tying for second, I guess. Okay. Could be handy. Look at these junk cards. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. And the invasion ships are gone. Oh boy. Well, I mean, I think I have to go to smuggling here. Do I guess I aim for this alliance. I do have Sardaukar Legion that can take me there as well as Reverend Mother. So I think I just have to recall here. And we'll just take Spice. Probably a Mentat. Okay, Romber with a big Spice must flow. The spies, it must flow. I think it's Mentat. I mean, I've got really nothing worth doing otherwise. Okay. So I can potentially get either Opulence or Gurney Halleck, whatever Baron doesn't want, I guess. Do I want any of these techs? I mean, maybe Chalmurky at this point, just memo quarters. Do I have a chance at making that work? It's going to be pretty difficult for me to actually make that happen. But if I let somebody else get it... I'm going to take it because it probably ends up being worth at least 1 point just for helping me get an influence somewhere. Okay, so let's see what the Baron decides to go with here. Oh, only 3. Okay. For some reason, I thought he was going to end up with a lot more than that. So, Opulence or Gurney Halleck. I'm probably only going to have one chance at triggering that Opulence. 1 troop for 1 spice. Is that great right now? I think it probably is. Gurney's pretty nice with Helena because, you know, not getting blocked on the city spaces. I think it's going to be Gurney. It's going to be Gurney. It's a tough call for me right now, but I just feel like, you know, it's going to be a couple of rounds before I can even draw the opulence. When I do draw it, I don't know if I'll have enough Solari to actually cash it in. And whereas the Gurney, you know, when I do draw him, he's going to do something for me. You know what I mean? He's going to draw a card. He's going to get me some troops. He might help me win an important conflict when it comes down to it. I don't know. I'd be curious to know what you think, viewer at home or wherever you are, in a coffee shop, in class, at work. I'd be curious to know, where do you typically watch these videos? You know, is it like before bed, you got it on? Is it while you're eating breakfast? Is it, you know, while you're at work? What are you up to while you're watching this game? I'm curious to know. Let me know in the comments. Okay, only 2 techs left here. The scoreboard is looking pretty painful. Pretty painful. Squid, how are the betting markets looking? Have you taken a look at the betting markets on this game? What are people saying? Well, sir, I must say it's not looking great. It is not looking well for you in your chances of victory, if the betting markets are to be trusted. Yeah, that's not a surprise. It's not a surprise, but you bet on me, right, Squid? As I've said before, sir, it's considered wise not to divulge one's financial interests with one's close associates. Yeah, I know what that means. I know what that means. I could go to Conspire here and burn a bunch of spice. But I don't want to. All right, so we do have some troops. This would be a nice conflict for me to win. Maybe I even go Hayliner here, because I'm not likely to have Hayliner next round. And this would help get the memo quarters online, right? I could take it, you know, I could take it with wherever. Guild and Bene Gesserit, or whatever. Guild and Freeman, maybe. I think I do. I think that's the play. And then that also gets me more water where I can refill on the spice next round if I really want to. It still doesn't guarantee me victory. Baron has an agent remaining. he can throw in, let's say, 2 more troops. That gets him to 15 strength. Hayliner is only 14 strength. So even if I do it, doesn't really work unless I get the restricted ordnance. Or I Hayliner and I end up going to one of these spots, I guess. Is also another way to do it. Wonder if that restricted ordnance makes sense. I could also get a dreadnought. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go for this fight. It's still pretty iffy. Whoa. Baron does have 2 intrigue cards. Does he have any combat techs? He has artillery, so we'll see. We'll see. He's going to get another intrigue card here, too. Does he throw in the rest of the troops? He sees I have 6 spice. He sees I just picked up that tech. Okay, he doesn't. He doesn't throw in the other troops. So I think I can steal this from him. And maybe I can get the opulence as well, although I just burned Solari on this dreadnought. So unlikely to actually pay off. Okay, so that'll take me to 19 strength. Baron would need to play like 2 intrigue cards to take that. Beast pressuring on the Freeman Alliance is pretty good for me. Be nice to knock Baron down a little bit here. Oh, God. God damn it. And the artillery. So I've got +4. I'm at 19. He's at 17. Okay, he needs 1 combat intrigue card to make this happen. There's a good chance he has one. There's a good chance he has one. Well, I think I had to go for it, you know? I think I had to go for it. Am I going to get enough Solari for this opulence? It seems not. I mean, I guess I'll get 2 here if I don't win. So maybe I can get there. On the other hand, Esmar Tuek could get me that influence, which I don't know. I think if I don't win this, I think the Memo Quarters point is kind of out of the question. So I'm going to go with the opulence here and see. So if Baron does win... Oh, he passes. Oh, God. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. Oh, God. I really did not have a lot of hope there. Okay, so... Take it with Guild, and I think take it with Freeman. That also unlocks Siege Tabor if I need it, which I think makes sense. This alliance could end up coming under threat, but right now I'm going to try to get the Memo Quarters point unlocked. And okay, given that I have the opulence, I do want to get some Solari, right? So I think I'll actually go for Carthag here. I could have taken Arakeen, which would potentially steal Solari away from Baron, but Carthag. Okay, Grand Vision. Grand Vision could theoretically get me an alliance somewhere. Five spice here. Spice into selective breeding, maybe? I won't have a good trash target, though. I mean, Signet Ring, I guess, at this point could be trashed. It's not that big of a deal. Alternatively, I don't need that much spice necessarily. I could just go here, save the water for a research station. Beast on 4 water. I think I'm going to keep the water for a research station here. The Grand Vision could be a problem. Anyway, I'm doing this. Do I put in troops? I will put in 2 troops. Set aside a card in the Imperium row. Okay, I'm required to do that. I guess... Whatever. I'll do this. I'm not required to actually buy it. Okay, so Beast goes to the research station. And selective breeding gets taken. That hurts. That hurts. Okay, well, I think I can still go there. Never mind. I am Helena. I have eyes everywhere. I've got people hanging out in the research station telling me, hey, come on in this way. I know a back way in. So I can still get in. And that might be what I want to do. Get myself a spice must flow. What about the Solari for that opulence? I honestly don't think I'm going to get it. Okay, Romber steals the Guild Alliance from Baron. That's good, I guess, because Baron was ahead, but now Romber is looking a little scary too. Romber has no dreadnoughts at this point. I think I better go to secrets while I still can. Is there another card that I would want to play instead? I mean, possibly Gurney Halleck. The plan, I think, is going to be reconnaissance to research station later. But I think I want to get that done while I can here. Okay, ambush might come in handy. Ambush might come in handy. So reconnaissance to research station draws me 3 cards. I get on to 5. Am I likely to draw 3 persuasion out of 3 cards? Very likely to succeed in that. So if we go to a next round, okay, so Baron had to do that because he was on 4 intrigue cards and was worried about somebody sneaking to secrets. Very late Swordmaster here for Romber. Romber went to Mentat and Swordmaster this round. Okay, well, I mean, I think that's what I have to do here. There's Gurney Halleck, there's diplomacy, there's convincing argument. Okay, well, there's no reason to deploy the troops because I can do them as a surprise with the Sardaukar Legion. So I'll just pass there. Unfortunately, I don't have the Solari to pay for Gurney either. I don't have any Solari anywhere. But we do get Spice Must Flow. No swords. We can throw in 2 more troops, so that would be 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 4 is 16. We have a good chance, I think, but we'll see. Baron still has 2 agents remaining, a Dreadnought, and 2 troops in the garrison. He goes to Still Suits, reclaims the Alliance. Okay. Or, sorry, reinforces the Alliance. It hadn't been taken from him. If I win this, I think it's probably just grabbing the Bene Gesserit Alliance. Fat Worm, where are you off to? Carthag. Okay, that feeds me 1 Solari. That means I can actually trigger the Gurney Halleck if I want to. That's kind of interesting. That's interesting. It's going to be a tough call. Because if I don't use that Solari, then I can potentially get Opulence. An Opulence point next round. But I think I'd better go for this. Let's say Baron goes Hardy Warriors. He doesn't have anything in yet. It's not a hugely impressive thing, but he does have the artillery, and he has shown swords to reveal previously. He does still have 3 intrigue cards. But I'm just going to go for this, I think. Okay, so we're going to get a Spice Must Flow. Is it only 2? It's only 2? Okay. We're going to throw those in. Do I need the other 2? Maybe I don't need it. Maybe I can hang on to that and hope that the ambush is good enough. I'm going to hope it's good enough. The ambush plus... Oh no, I already got the 4 from the tech. I'm going to hope this is good enough because I feel like in order for this to work for me, I kind of have to go for the high-powered play here. I don't think I can play it safe on this. I think I've got to take a chance, hope this works out, then try to get more points next round. That's what I'm doing, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so Romber does have 1 intrigue card. Depending on what it is, this ambush could be good enough, and maybe I don't even need the ambush. Okay, I do need the ambush. But that's what it's there for. That's what it's there for. So this is going to get me the Bene Gesserit Alliance. My Emperor Alliance could be in danger potentially, but I think I have to go for that. It also makes sure to get the... It unlocks the Memo Quarters victory point. Gets me another intrigue card. Okay, that could be good. Probably not going to matter. Economic supremacy. Okay, so there's the opulence. It's a little tough here. A little tough here because I would kind of like to Mentat, but that, well... Okay, if I want the Solari for the opulence, I can go to shipping and just, like, cash it in. That's something I can do. Then I can hope... Well, nobody else has the... Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Because I need 6 for this, right? Yeah. Well, okay, actually that does give enough for Fat Worm to hit the Mentat. But I think that was the play. Hopefully I can Mentat. I have enough Solari for Mentat and the Opulence trigger with that move. We'll just see what Romber decides to do. I mean, he's been loving that Mentat this game, so I wouldn't be shocked at all if he decides to do it, especially now that he has 2 Solari. Probably figures I'm tempted to do it, but no, he goes to selective breeding. Okay, so the Mentat remains open. That's good. It's not going to get me anything all that exciting. Spice Must Flow looks to be kind of out of the question. Oh, he takes the Mentat. Okay. Okay. Can I get the second place in the conflict? It's not going to be easy to do. Unfortunately, getting a Dreadnought doesn't work because that kills my Solari. So I think it's Carthag. And see what we get. Oh, I could have used the diversion, right? 4 more units. Crap. Crap. It probably doesn't matter, but, you know, it might. It might matter. The quid pro quo wouldn't have done anything, obviously. It's not going to do anything. But, yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I don't like that. Those spaces are blocked, so maybe he won't be able to get there. I don't think there's really any point in playing one of these daggers. You know, tech negotiation. If I could get the Chalmurky, I would. But I can't. I'm one short there. And the persuasion doesn't matter. The dreadnought doesn't matter. So it's just a reveal. We'll get as much combat strength as we can. I'll use the know their ways so that the memo quarters goes online. We'll get the opulence point. And we'll see. We'll see how this works. No, thank you. Squid, how are the betting markets looking?
Well, sir, I must say the numbers have turned towards you, but they're not, let's say, extremely confident in your, let's say, successful outcome.
Okay, well, I mean, are you happy about that?
Happy about the odds turning towards you, sir? Well, in fact, that's not bad at all for me.
Wait, that's not bad for you? Because if the odds are turning towards me and you bet on me, then that would actually be bad for you, right? Because you get more money if the odds on me are lower if you've bet on me. So that sort of tells me, Squid, that you're not betting on me. You know, I don't blame you. I can't really blame you. Okay, I lose the alliance. That hurts a lot because that means we're actually probably going to go to another round. Which means it really hurts that I didn't use this diversion. How did he do that? Did he have an intrigue card for it? Or was it shipping? Yeah, shipping. Okay. Wait, what? What is all this shipping nonsense? Advance, advance. Oh, the in the shadows. Okay. So going to another round here is not ideal. It's not ideal for me. Would have really liked to have closed out at 10. Okay, what cards we got coming up? I think there's Gurney Halleck. No, he's not coming up. Maybe this quid pro quo can help me get an alliance back depending on what I draw. I'm going to be the last player, though. I think those betting markets just turned around. Turned against me again, Squid. That's what I think. And, you know, like, being at 9 or 10 victory points in Rise of Ix is basically terrible because, you know, half of these games, there's like this just like confetti pinata of endgame points that pop up, and, you know, people go from 7 to 13 points. So you can kind of ignore these numbers, essentially. What did he just do? Spice must flow. Okay. So I got the second place. Does Baron have enough to pay for 2? He does. It's feeling like I'll be lucky to get third place. Wait, what does this do? Okay, so the game is over here. So maybe I end up getting second out of the memo quarters? Why did I get 2 points there? Okay, so I did get second. Right, so 1 point was for the conflict and 1 point was for the memo quarters, right? Yeah, okay. It was a little weird the way it kind of animated. Okay, well, so Baron ended up having what? The Grand Conspiracy? Where is it? And I think he had all 4 of those. He had the Dreadnoughts. 4 influence on 2 different tracks. Seat on the High Council. Yeah. Okay. Hey, well. Not bad, I would say. Second place. I feel okay about that. I feel like I played all right. But always curious to hear your thoughts about different turning points in the game. I think that's one of the interesting things about games like this, but especially Dune, where, you know, there are so many decisions to make every single turn, and you get these, you know, these interesting branching paths of possibility. You never know where they're going to lead because, of course, there's all kinds of variants involved with techs and intrigue cards and Imperium Row and all of that. But yeah, I'd be curious to know. So let me know if you have any thoughts on what you might have done differently or any different branching paths you thought were interesting. And that's going to do it for today. Let's make sure to watch the star. Let's watch our star pop up here. Our first platinum star. Where is it? Come on now. Hey, there it is. 1 star in platinum. Can we get to master in the next, whatever it is, 12 days, however many days are left? Who knows, but come back to find out. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not already. Give me a like if you like the video, and watch me play live 10 a.m. Sundays Eastern Time. That's Sundays 10 a.m. Eastern Time. You can watch here on YouTube or you can watch on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/bludgeon. You can support the channel by clicking the join button down below. Click there for details if you're interested. And once again, thanks so much for watching. Say goodbye, Albert. Right, see you next time. Bye.